These are the new variable VND X Mist filters by Freewell for your DJI AIR 2S. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what these are and how these can add a stylized look to your drone footage. Also, I'm going to compare it to the regular VND CPL filters that Freewell offers, and we'll see what the difference is. So stick around and we'll get right into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So the folks over at Freewell sent me these VND X Mist filters to evaluate, and I was pretty happy that they did because I am familiar with these type of filters. I actually filmed with a Freewell VND X Mist filter on my Canon M50 outdoors when I'm using my 16mm lens, and so I do know how these work and know what they can do for your footage. However, this is the first time I've heard of a mist filter for a drone, so I was pretty curious on how that would work. I do know that these function just like this all-day pack here by reducing the amount of light that passes through the lens onto your sensor, thus allowing you to reduce your shutter speed to get that smooth motion blur. However, these VND filters have a added mist feature which gives your footage a more dreamy, cinematic, filmic look, which I will explain a little bit more in a moment. Also, at the end of this video, I will share with you a few tips on how to get the best results when using these filters. But before we get started, if you are new to this channel and you like drone reviews, tips, tricks, tutorials, and cinematic videos, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. Now, I'm not going to get too much in detail about the basic functions of an VND filter in this video because I've done so on previous videos. So if you are new to VND filters and you want to know how they're used and what they're used for, go ahead and check out these videos in this playlist right here. I've done a couple videos on the DJI AIR 2S and the DJI Mini 2, so you can go ahead and check that out after this video. And I'll also leave a link in the description below. So to cut to the chase, the VND X Mist filters diffuses highlights, raises shadows just slightly, and gives your footage a softer look to it. It takes the digital sharpness out of your drone footage and gives it a more cinematic feel to it. So the VND X Mist filters come in a 2-pack, which basically replaces all these with the exception of the VND 1000 and the VND 2000. So the first variable filter is a 2 to 5 stop, which is the equivalent of a VND 4 through a VND 32. And the second one is a 6 to 9 stop, which is the equivalent of a VND 64 through a VND 512. So these can pretty much cover you for any and all lighting situations instead of carrying around these. But like I said, these do have a stylized look, so it's about if you want the look or if you don't. And currently the VND X Mist filters are selling for around $50, whereas this whole entire set costs $130. So when I tested these variable VND X Mist filters, I used them on multiple days and at different times of the day and compared them to the equivalent VND CPL filters from the all-day pack. And although the mist feature is kind of subtle, you do notice the difference when comparing the two. So in this scene, I compared the VND X Mist filter to a VND 16PL filter. And notice how the VND X Mist filter diffuses the light and spreads it out over the entire scene, thus creating the mist effect. Also notice how the shadows are slightly raised and it has a softer look to it. And here are a few other shots compared to the regular VND CPL filters. I did try using these at night, and although the filter does create a halo effect around light sources, I didn't find the image to be too pleasing. I did have my ISO cranked up all the way to 1600 and sometimes 3200, and there was a lot of noise in the image. But unless I was in a well-lit, brightly lit area, there was not much dynamic range in the image. So a couple tips on getting the best results out of these filters. I found after doing the testing that filming during the early morning, right after sunrise, or about an hour before sunset, you'll get more of the mist effect. Another tip that I got from another creator out there, if you are filming into the sun, try placing it right outside the frame of your shot so it'll cast a heavenly glow onto your scene. In my opinion, this looks pretty cool, and it gives your shot a little bit more character. So overall, I did find the Freewell VND X Mist filters to be quite nice. These are good filters to have in your bag when out filming, as opposed to carrying all of these around. But it is all about if you want the look or not. So I will leave product links in the description below, so you can go ahead and check them out if you want. But do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, or even both, please give it a like. This does help YouTube to push it out to more people like you who are searching for content just like this. And also, if you are new to ND filters and you want to learn more on how to use them, go ahead and check out this playlist right here, and I'll see you on the next video.